Hey, how's it going, bro?
Very well. Yourself?
Fantastic. Already found a few coins. Hey, what have you got there? A new machine?
Yep. The new detector from Nokta Makro, the legend.
That's great, man, but out here on these beaches, you don't have much of a chance if you haven't got one of these.
I'll hate to see you eat your words, as so many have already. The previous Nokta Makro machines, Simplex Plus being the latest one. But the legend is here to drop the mic.
I doubt it, but hey, good luck. Hey, can I have a look?
Yeah, sure.
Wow, very sturdy and light. Carbon fiber shaft, nice. And it's compact. But this machine has multi-IQ.
So does this one.
Has multi-IQ?
It has true simultaneous multi-frequency. No need for the marketing jargon, man. Multi-IQ, multi-flex. Nokta Makro, man. It does it simply and easily, without the gimmicks.
What else has it got?
Waterproof up to 10 feet, 4 search modes, including gold for prospecting, multiple single frequencies, 2 multi-frequency modes for beach and park, recovery speed setting, multiple tones, vibration, LED flashlight, built-in Bluetooth, software that's upgradable, and
Must be an expensive machine.
well, for the price that you paid for that machine, I got the legend. And I had enough left over to help my brother out over there get the Simplex Plus.
What? I'm definitely getting one of those. But hey, I gotta run. Do you have the time?
I don't. But the legend does. It's 4:30. And look, I've been using it for 2 days and 10 hours.
It has a built-in clock too, and tracks the usage time. I gotta admit, Nokta Makro does listen to their customers.
Yep, they're the company that sets the new standard for the industry.
Hello.
Merhaba.
Hola.
Bonjour.
Ciao.
Hello.
Привет.
Yes, sir.
Ehlen.
Ni hao.
Hello, everybody. I have you all enjoyed the commercial. My name is Coşkun Cebeci. I'm the general manager at Nokta Makro Detectors, the fastest growing company in the metal detecting industry. We are broadcasting live today from Extreme Studios in Istanbul, Turkey. As we get started, I would like to mention that we've had a tremendous amount of response to this live broadcast. So, on behalf of myself and the whole Nokta Makro team, I would like to thank you and welcome you all to this exciting event. The launch of the most eagerly awaited product of the year, the simultaneous multi-frequency detector from Nokta Makro, the legend.
Hi, everybody. I am Levent Songül, the Director of Projects at Nokta Makro. I have been with the company for almost 12 years now. I have served in many different departments, and right now I oversee all the projects at Nokta Makro. I must mention that the legend has been one of the most exciting and emotionally rewarding projects for the team. Before I give the microphone over to Dilek, who is going to talk about the legend, I would also like to give a big shout out to Levent Tura, Eyüp Temlioğlu, Gökhan Bülkü, Mehmet Ali Çakmak, Hamza Kaşıkçı, Emre Acar, and all the other engineers and the testing team. Thank you so much for the dedication and the excellent work on the legend, guys. And it is our honor now to present this awesome detector to our valued customers all around the world.
Hello. I'm Dilek, Director of Sales and Marketing at Nokta Makro Detectors. Now, before I start, I would like to ask everybody on the chat, please, to hold off with their questions until we get done with the presentation. We will dedicate to 5 to 10 minutes of the presentation, the last 5 to 10 minutes, to answer some of the questions you may have. And don't forget, we will also give one legend away today to a lucky winner. But you must be registered to win. Now, before I go into the features and specs of the legend, I would also like to announce the winners of the naming contest we held for this product a few years ago. Now, we have two winners. One is from France and the other one is from Australia. In some of the shows that I've been on earlier this year, I had said that the second winner was from the USA. I must have recalled it wrong, so I apologize for that. So the first winner from France is Rudolph Mouli. Again, Rudolph Mouli. Congratulations, Rudolph. We have your email address and telephone number, so we will be contacting you once the product starts shipping. Now, the second winner is from Australia, and the name is Jim Vloyianitis. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Congratulations to you as well, and we will also be contacting you. Okay, now, before I move on, I would also like to say a few things about the naming contest and why we picked the name Legend over others. We had an overwhelming response to the naming contest, and I personally had to go through thousands of name suggestions and do the initial filtering. And then we picked the name Legend. Why? Because a legend leaves behind an unforgettable impression on others. Legends touch lives and they're remembered. Legends are strong, they're courageous, and they don't just beat the game, they change the game. Just like our Simplex Plus has changed the game in the metal detecting industry for the entry-level price products, now the Legend is here to change it for the simultaneous multi-frequency detectors and set another standard. Okay, now let's cut to the chase. And let's take a close look at the Legend. The new Legend utilizes the Simplex housing that is praised by customers worldwide for its ruggedness and true waterproofness, unlike the competition with ongoing water leakage issues. It's light, durable, compact, folds down to 25 inches, 63 centimeters only, and comes with a carbon fiber lower shaft and an 11-inch double D coil. Now, let's talk about the Legend's technology. The new Legend is a true simultaneous multi-frequency machine, meaning multiple frequencies running at the same time, giving the user the advantage of covering a broader range of targets on all types of terrains, field, park, saltwater, beach, etc., at great depths. Now, could we come up with a fancy name like our competitors for the technology used in the Legend? You bet we could, but we preferred not to. We prefer to make it simple and understandable for the customer. Now, the Legend uses a different multi-frequency for park. I'll show it to you here. Field, and a different one for the beach. Now, for the beach, it also has two different multi-frequency, wet and dry. And wet to be used in salt water or wet salt beach sand specifically, without sacrificing depth for even small gold, which is the biggest advantage of a simultaneous multi-frequency machine over a single one. The Legend, though, is not only a multi-frequency machine. As I have stated many times before, single frequencies have their unique advantages over multi-frequency under certain conditions. Unlike what our competitors said a few years ago when they were releasing their new multi-frequency machine, that it would obsolete all single-frequency machines, we believe Simplex Plus, a single-frequency machine, by taking a leader position in many countries, proved to the whole world that our competitor was absolutely wrong in their projections. That is why we're also given single frequencies in the legend. Okay. The legend has 5 single frequencies: 4 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz, 15 kilohertz, 20 kilohertz, and 40 kilohertz. The legend also has 4 modes: park, field, beach, and gold field for gold prospecting, all optimized for maximum depths. However, we detectorists all know that depth is not the only determining factor for a good performing detector. Discrimination is as crucial, if not more, as depth, especially for those who hunt in trashy sites. Now, the legend, guys, has an ID scale of 0 to 60 and gives accurate IDs at depth. In addition to showing the IDs on screen and providing an audio response for target separation, the legend also boasts a very new cool feature called Ferrocheck. Ferrocheck will come very handy in identifying modern trash targets which give a non-ferrous response and a non-ferrous ID. Let's say you hit a bottle cap and hold on, let me just... Okay, let's say you hit a bottle cap and you get a high non-ferrous stone and a non-ferrous ID. Just by looking at this Ferrocheck bar, you can see that the ferrous bar filling up as well as the non-ferrous, which actually tells you that the target detected is not a true non-ferrous item such as silver, but contains iron. Our field testers did an experiment with more than 25 to 30 buried targets of different types, and the legend accurately identified approximately 60% more iron targets than the competitor's model, while not mistaking non-ferrous targets to be iron. In addition to this new cool feature, the legend also gives other discrimination options. Sorry. Okay. So, by clicking this discrimination button here, you can navigate through the discrimination options. The first one is A, right here, which stands for all metal, which means no ID is filtered out. Now, the next one is G, ground off. Now, I would like to say a few things about this ground off. This one actually is a very useful setting, as when you select this, you can eliminate the ground effect, but still detect ferrous targets if you want to. Now, on the competitor's machine, once you eliminate the ground effect, you actually lose the whole ferrous range as well. And you would have to go into the other settings, to turn those items back on, which is a time-consuming process. Okay, now let's look at the next one. The next one is F for iron off, which basically, hold on, sorry guys, meaning filtering the iron range out on the ID scale. Sorry guys, I'm having a, okay. And the last one, can somebody help me with this? Okay. No, I'm good. Thank you, sorry. And the last one is C for custom, which is your notch discrimination that enables you to discriminate out any ID you want. Well, a pretty awesome detector so far, right? And the best thing about it is that you can start enjoying all this high performance as soon as you turn the detector on. So, the legend is suitable for the most novice detectorists. However, we know for a fact that many experienced detectorists are looking for certain advanced settings that will make their detecting experience a better one. So we equip the Legend with a bunch of settings. Now let's go over them together. Of course, the main setting for any detector, the sensitivity, is right here next to the target ID. And you can increase your sensitivity and decrease it easily with the up and down buttons. And on the other side of the target ID is our depth indicator. Now, if you want to go to the other setting, you simply press the on-off button and the settings button once and just navigate through the settings using the right and left keys. Now, let's look at the first setting. The first setting we have is frequency shift and noise cancellation, which actually lets you get rid of EMI, which is the electromagnetic interference. The second setting we have here, guys, is the recovery speed, which lets you adjust the speed of target response, and it's a very useful setting when trying to detect smaller targets among larger trash items. The next setting is the regular volume setting, as it's pretty self-explanatory. I will go right into the next one. Okay, now the tones. I want to talk about this a bit. The Legend has 60 harmonic, or as some people call it, polyphonic tones. This is the first time we're using harmonic tones in a Nokta Makro machine. And the only reason for that is the tremendous amount of requests we got from customers to use polyphonic sounds on our devices. The tone, I'm sorry guys, I'm having a problem here with the... Okay, we're back. So you guys actually know that this is a really, live streaming, unlike some of my competition, which is pre-recorded and then they show it as a live show. Anyway, okay, so tones. The Legend has 60 harmonic, or as some people call it, polyphonic tones. This is the first time we're using harmonic tones in a Nokta Makro device, and as I said, the only reason for that is the tremendous amount of requests we got from our users. Now, let's go back to these tone settings. So, once the tone setting is selected, now you will see a bunch of other tone settings appear here on the second row. Here, you can actually change the number of tones, the volume of tones, the frequency of tones, the tone breaks, as well as, in all modes, the threshold level and the threshold pitch. Now, let's go to the next setting. Okay. The next one we have is the custom user profile. The Legend features 4 custom search profiles, so you can save your favorite settings for different locations and or targets. Now, the following 3 settings are the backlight, the vibration, and the LED flashlight, which are again all pretty self-explanatory. As you may or may not know, Nokta Makro is the first company in the industry to integrate vibration function into a full-size detector, which was mainly developed to serve those customers with hearing loss. But of course, it's a great feature to use underwater as well. Next, the next setting is the Bluetooth. Okay, now, the Legend comes with low latency Bluetooth headphones. Okay, and with this setting, you can turn on and off the Bluetooth connection. Should you want to use the Legend, guys, with wired headphones, that's also possible, but in that case, you will have to buy the optional headphone cable adapter. Okay, now, our next two settings are the clock and time tracking. Now, when we decided to develop a multi-frequency machine, we asked customers all around the world for the features that they would like to see in the device. And along with some of the advanced settings we have incorporated in the Legend, believe it or not, but a clock was highly requested. I personally was very surprised to see that a clock would be so important to customers until I realized that many detectorists would leave their phones or watches at home or in their car while detecting, and then they would lose track of time, which sets a reasonable ground for a family fight. So I believe we wouldn't be wrong in adding saves marriages to the features of the Legend. Now, in addition to the clock, we also have time tracking. Okay, so the Legend also tracks the usage time. This feature, we believe, will be appreciated by many users, as many detectorists want to know how many hours they put into a machine, and it would also benefit those who are looking for a second-hand machine. Although we believe, guys, that there will be not many Legends up for sale for a long time. Now, you will be able to see some of your settings up here at the top of the screen, such as your Bluetooth connection, user profile, as well as whether the backlight vibration and the flashlight is on or not. Okay, now, despite all these settings, the Legend has a pretty easy operation. As a matter of fact, if you're a novice user, you can just turn the detector on and start detecting at the factory defaults. You do not even need to ground balance the detector, although the Legend does offer 3 ground balancing options: automatic, manual, and tracking. During our field test, the field testers and the engineers said that they didn't need to ground balance the detector at all. But of course, with different ground conditions around the world, should you need to ground balance the detector, you can easily with these 3 options. Okay, now, this basically wraps up the main features of the product. Please note that the Legend also offers online firmware updates, which makes it suitable for product enhancements based on, of course, our valued customers' feedbacks and needs. Okay, now, I know what you're all waiting for. How much is the Legend? Now, the Legend will be offered in 2 packages, but the device itself will be the same in each package, meaning we have only one version of the Legend, guys, okay? Only the package contents will differ. Now, our first package, the Legend WHP wireless headphone pack, including the Bluetooth headphones, will retail, our suggested retail price for it is 749 euros in Europe and $749 in the United States. However, we believe that in the United States it will retail for less, around $635, and in the UK probably around 679 pounds. Now, the second pack, which actually includes, of course, the Bluetooth headphones and, of course, the 11-inch standard coil, as well as a 6-inch small coil and a user replaceable waterproof, that's very important, a water user replaceable lithium battery and its charger. Now, I would like to say a few words about this battery. In some of the podcasts that I've been on earlier this year, I had said that this battery would be the standard battery for the device. However, down the road, we made some changes to the device, and we put the battery back inside the system box, but we kept this battery as an optional battery. Now, going back to the price, our MSRP, meaning suggested retail price, for the Pro Pack, again, including the Bluetooth headphones, 2 coils, 11-inch and 6-inch, and waterproof spare battery is 899 euros in Europe and $899 in America. Similarly, we believe that that it's going to retail for around $765 in the United States. Now, let's compare it to competition, guys. Can I have the slide, the price slide? Okay. Now, let's look at the pricing in the USA as an example. This is my competitor's price in the USA, which is $949. Okay, now let's do a simple math here, okay? Our Legend with the Bluetooth headphones in the United States will retail again around for $635. So, the difference is $314. Which is more than the cost of a simplex. Now, if you compare it to our Pro Pack now, your savings are going to be even bigger. You're going to save $184 in cash. On top of that, you will get a second coil, a small coil, and you will get the spare battery, totaling almost $425 US in savings. Guys, this is huge savings. Okay, now, that's why we say, do not accept paying more for less. As Nokta Makro, we had promised our customers years ago that we would offer you the latest technologies and the best products at affordable prices. We are keeping our promise today. Even during these tough times that all the economies are going through with the high inflation rates in almost every sector. Because Nokta Makro is for the people. We invest most of our earnings in development and engineering so we can give it back to you. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them on the chat. And I will try to answer some of those for you guys as we're getting close to the wrap-up time. And don't forget, we still have one legend to give away. So now my friends will reflect. I'm being told that there's so much going on the chat. I cannot follow the chat right now, so you know, I can't read it. So my team will look at some of those questions and reflect them now on the screen for me. Can I have the questions, please, guys? Okay. Okay, one question we have. Is there going to be a big coil option? Yes, we have a big coil available for the product, a 13-inch, 35 centimeters, 13-inch coil available for the Legend. Next question. Okay, when is it going to start shipping? Now, guys, as Nokta Makro, as the factory, we're going to start shipments in December. But please, I want to clarify this. The product is going to start shipping from our factory to distributors around the world. Now, the availability in each country will depend on many things. When the order was placed by the distributor, and in the order of the orders we get from different countries. So you need to check with your distributors and dealers in your country to get an idea when it's going to be available in your country. Any other questions? What's the weight of the product? Okay, the weight of the product is 3 pounds, very close to the Simplex. They're almost the same weight. Any other questions? I think there's a lot going on. Okay. I'm waiting for my team to show me the questions on screen, as I cannot follow the chat. How is the beach performance? The beach performance, it's great, guys. I am sure you will all love it. It's silent, it's stable, you know, it's very good on the beach. I mean, it's a simultaneous multi-frequency. So yeah, that's expected because that's the biggest advantage of a simultaneous multi-frequency machine. So yeah, it's very good on the beach. Any other questions? I'm waiting again for my team to reflect the questions on screen for me. How is the depth compared to simplex? Okay, let me answer you that way. Simplex actually, although you know it's an entry-level price product, it has very good depth, guys. So this machine, yes, will beat its depth under certain conditions, but don't underestimate our simplex. I love the simplex. Yeah, I mean, especially on the beach, I mean, you cannot compare them. This machine, yes, will outperform the simplex, especially in you know, salt water and wet salt beach sand. But other than that, simplex still has great depth. Don't forget, it's just priced as an entry-level machine, but its depth actually is not a, you know, entry-level machine depth. Battery time. Okay, another question. This will depend really on many, many factors. The main factor is the frequency, guys, the operating frequency. The operating time will vary between 8 to 20 hours, okay? So there are many factors affecting it, frequency being the main one. So let's say average 12, 8 to 20 around, okay? Oh, very good question. Can you use the legend with your Bluetooth headphones? Yes, but please, I'm underlining. If your Bluetooth headphones, okay, are not low latency headphones, they will work with the legend, they will connect, but the connection will not be a low latency connection, which means you're going to experience delays. You may experience delays, okay? So that's why we're shipping the unit with our Bluetooth headphones, so people don't experience these delays. But you know, if you have low latency headphones and you love your pair of headphones, Bluetooth headphones, yes, you can use the legend with your own headphones. Any other questions, guys? Oh, waterproofness, it's up to 10 feet, 3 meters. As you can see, this is the simplex housing. So we have the same waterproofness on this machine, which is 10 feet, 3 meters, which we believe is really good enough because this is not a diving machine. We didn't make a diving machine. We made a multi-purpose, all-rounder machine, okay? We never intended to do a diving machine. So 10 feet, 3 meters, submersible, not a problem. What's the shaft made of? The lower part is carbon fiber. The lower part, the lower shaft is carbon fiber. The middle part is aluminum. The warranty on it, 2 years. Okay, any other questions? I'm waiting for. When will a user manual be available for download? Good question. I would say beginning of the month. End of this month, beginning of the next month. Okay, I'll only take 1 or 2 more questions. Bluetooth headphones, are they waterproof? No, that cannot be done. You cannot have wireless connection underneath. Can we use waterproof headphones on this machine? Yes. We also offer waterproof submersible headphones. Yes, you know, you can use those headphones with the legend. In addition to that, also in our lineup, we have a Nokta Makro COS, a co-branded headphones with a waterproof connector. That can also be used on this machine. Of course, the headphones itself is not waterproof, but once you make that connection, you can submerge the whole unit underwater, okay? Can we use our own wired headphones on it? Yes, you can. As I mentioned before, you can, but you would have to buy the headphone adapter cable. Okay, it's an optional cable that we have in our lineup. You would have to purchase that. One last question, because I'm running out of time. One last question, guys. A carry case for the new Legend. Well, if demanded, it's an easy task for us. We don't have one right now, but we have a backpack, you know? I mean, if you're talking about a specific case for the Legend, no, we don't have one, but we have a multi-purpose backpack that actually accommodates all our devices, including the Simplex, including the Legend, and all our accessories. I need to, okay, they're saying, please, last question. Okay, does it get interference from the Nokta pointer? No, I don't think so. Good question. I've never seen it getting interference from the Nokta pointer. And this device has 13 frequency shift as well as noise cancellation, automatic, EMI filtering. So I'm gonna cut the questions here. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I wish I could stay here all night and answer all your questions, but we still have one Legend to give away. So we're gonna move on. If you have questions, further questions, please feel free to contact myself, my team, and then we'll answer them. Okay? Now, let's give the Legend away to that lucky winner. Okay. Guys, it's time to give the. Okay. Wait. Let me explain to the people. So this is the list of all the registered people, and we will pick one through a software, guys, right now. Okay? And yeah, this is exciting, huh? And the winner is, by the way, I cannot read it because I'm getting old, okay? So I cannot see now. They're going to tell me the name. Carlo Pierini. That's the name. Congratulations, Carlo Pierini. Now, we're gonna, so we're gonna pick two more names. Why? Carlo, you need to contact us within 24 hours. You need to contact us through email, message, whatever. And if you don't, now we want to pick two more, names in case, these people don't contact us. We can give this Legend. We want to give this Legend away, as you can see. Let's pick the second name, guys. So this is the first runner-up. Say the name again, guys. Phil Bennett. The name is Phil Bennett. Now, Phil, if Carlo does not contact us within 24 hours, I would feel very sorry for him for missing the Legend, but then you need to contact us, okay? We're going to announce this on our Facebook page, social media pages, if Carlo contacted us or not, okay? And then you will know. Now, we want to, just in case, we want to now pick a third name in case Carlo and Phil both don't want the Legend. We're going to pick a third name. Okay. And the name is? Okay, this is pretty long. Say it again. George. Ionian. Alexandro. So George Alexandro, okay? George Alexandro, you're the second runner-up. So in case Carlo or Phil, they don't get in touch with us, then you're going to be the winner. Okay, now, guys, this is the end of the Legend live stream today. I want to thank you all for joining us. I also would like to thank all our customers around the world. for taking us to the top. We owe where we are to you all. And no matter how big we get, we will always stay small in front of our customers. As the holidays are coming up, we also wish everybody a great Christmas and a legendary 2022. Nokta Makro, detectors for everyone, everywhere, for a lifetime. Nokta Makro loves you. Bye.